Good evening, everybody, and welcome to RFL. Richard French here. It has been a very busy Friday evening, April 19th. Breaking news all day long, and more of it this evening. A suspect in this week's deadly Boston Marathon bombing died during a police shootout. A second suspect remains at large. Let's go live to Boston right now. Tamerlan Bradley joins us with the latest from Watertown.
Good evening from Watertown, Massachusetts, just outside Boston. This has been a day of chaos and confusion. Millions were told to remain indoors today as officials hunt for a terror suspect. Authorities say the two suspects, Dzhokhar and Tamerlan Tsarnaev, are brothers of Chechen ethnicity. Older brother Tamerlan was shot and killed during a shootout with police last night, but his younger brother has been on the run. Officials say the 19-year-old is heavily armed with assault-style rifles and an assortment of other weapons, including explosives. Watertown, Massachusetts, and other areas surrounding Boston are on lockdown as SWAT and police teams go door to door looking for the remaining bomb suspect.
We've got several other new leads that just developed, and we're working on that.
During the hunt today, officials discovered additional explosive devices. The FBI has also released more pictures of the alleged terrorists, along with a new wanted poster.
They can wait him out in a way, and he's got to show himself at some point. They'll see him if he tries to move, and I think that's the hope.
The big break came Thursday night when a surveillance camera captured this image that matched the man identified just hours before as suspect number 2. Later, police say the brothers ambushed a campus police officer at MIT, killing him. Then, after carjacking a Mercedes SUV, led police on a wild chase through the streets of Cambridge before engaging officers in a heavy gun battle. The suspect's uncle urged his surviving nephew to surrender.
Dzhokhar, if you're alive, turn yourself in and ask for forgiveness.
The suspect's aunt, who lives in Toronto, Canada, called the FBI when she saw her nephew's pictures on television. She says they're innocent.
I'm suspicious that this was staged. The picture was staged.
All sporting events in Boston have been canceled. Officials say this lockdown could last all weekend. One other note, one of the terror suspects became a U.S. citizen last year on September 11th. Live tonight outside Boston, Tamerlan Bradley, ABC News. Now back to you.
All right, Tamerlan, thank you very much. We are waiting for a press conference in Watertown, and that obviously one of the key locations in what has been a wide-ranging investigation. I want to bring in our table right now. We'll also be going live to Boston. We have reporters on scene there, Dominic Carter, of course, as well as Andrew Whitman. And guys, all day long for people at work right now have been following this on a cursory basis. We learned in the early morning hours, shootout, dead police officer as well, killed, as they say, described almost execution style here. The guys carjacked a car, took another car as well during the course of a day. Long chase here. The details, literally one brother rolling over accidentally, the other brother in the car and trying to get away. It's out of like a bad action movie, all of these details that keep coming in. And yet Boston, the entire city of Boston, think about this, locked down. I want to take us now to Watertown in Massachusetts, where the press conference is getting ready to begin. And Andrew, you've been covering this. So many unanswered questions, but chief among them, 2, where is this young man? And 2, what really drove them to this? We won't know those answers, at least the second one probably today. But many people thought, given the police chase here, given how they really set a perimeter, that by now the whereabouts of that second brother we would have known by now.
Well, we've known that they were in Watertown at about 14, 15 hours now. And so you would think with that many law enforcement personnel in one small town that they would have been able to at least box him in or know for sure that the suspect that they're looking for is in one place. And yet Amtrak service is still disrupted into Boston. The airports are still limiting their service. Clearly they don't know exactly where he is at this point, and that's why everybody's been so on edge for so long today.
Also, the aspect and the question, who and why. Who we know, if not the whereabouts, but the why. And that question obviously still unanswered. We're not going to try and hazard guesses, but we do know that the background of these folks here. We're going to hear from the families. Let's go first live to Watertown right now. Governor Deval Patrick is giving a press conference right now. Let's bring that up, guys, if we can. There we go. Here's Governor Patrick.
The stay indoors request and the tea, and then we will turn it over to the mayor and then to Chief DeVoe from Watertown here. So first to Colonel Alpert.
Thank you, Governor. Good afternoon. I certainly want to thank all of you for your patience. I know you're all tired. We certainly are as well. But we remain committed to this. We do not have an apprehension of our suspect this afternoon, but we will have one. We're committed to that. I want the neighborhood here in Watertown to know that we went through about 20 streets here, door to door, with our tactical teams. We knocked on doors to ensure that everyone was safe in their homes and that they saw the police on their streets. We did limited searches of those homes to render them safe. We've also followed a number of leads this afternoon that have taken us in various places in eastern Massachusetts, and none of those leads have been fruitful to this point.
There's much left to be done, including ballistics and forensics work that will be concluding in Boston in the next few days. We also have a scene up here,
Forensic scene, where we had some exploded and unexploded ordnance there that were made safe and removed during the course of the afternoon. That is still ongoing, but should be completed shortly. We are going to draw back our tactical teams, but the state police will be providing additional patrols to the town of Watertown over the next about 2 to 3 days. For the neighbors and the citizens of this community, we're going to have for the chief an additional 10 state police patrols augmenting the Watertown police in those neighborhoods, 3 shifts a day, probably through Monday. So again, I want to emphasize, this is a complicated investigation that's being led by the FBI. Our presence here today was about the safety of the people in the community. We're confident that we did that to the best of our ability. Unfortunately, we don't have a positive result at this point. But for the sake of everyone that were hurt or killed during the marathon, or those police officers that lost their life or were seriously injured, we are committed to seeing a conclusion to this case. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel. In light of the status of the investigation here in Watertown and the developments in the course of the day, the stay indoors request is lifted. The T is open, effective immediately, the MBTA. Effective immediately, we are asking the public to remain vigilant if you are out. Continue to be alert to suspicious activity, unaccompanied or unattended packages and backpacks and so on. Remember, there is still a very, very dangerous individual at large. But we feel confident, based on what we know about the status of the investigation right now, that to that extent we can return to living our lives. But again, in the areas where the stay indoors request has been in effect, that request is lifted, but remain vigilant. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Governor. Let me just say to the public out there, thank you for your cooperation in the last several hours. The standby was very helpful to us as the very different police departments went to work on this investigation. Yes, we do not have a individual arrested yet and brought to justice. But let me just say we have a lot of leads out there. I'm asking the public to continue to cooperate with us. You know, Boston will stand tall. We'll never stand down. Not all of my citizens out there in the city of Boston. Thank you for your cooperation. Thank you to the business community for working with us over the last several hours of closing their business. Big economic loss for them, but together we'll get through this crisis. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, my message is to the community of Watertown. It's a little different what we're going to do here. You're going to see saturated patrols. As the Colonel said, state police will be out. Local communities are going to support us. NEMLIC will be here. So we're going to see a big presence. We've searched a very thorough search of the 20-block interior. Unfortunately, as you know, we didn't have any results. But we're going to continue to move forward as a community. I can't thank the Watertown community enough for what you've done, your strength, but we need it to continue. As you heard, the crime scene is not done yet. That is not going to be collapsed for another few hours at least. So we need your support there, and you please go about your business. I know there's a lot of events in Watertown tomorrow, and we're going to have them. But you're going to see a big police presence as we do that. Thank you, and please say a prayer for those police officers. Thank you.